आज इस वीडियो में हम AQAB एग्जामिनेशन मई 2016 का क्लास 9 का पेपर 1 सॉल्व करेंगे. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट वी हैव इन आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. So in this question, we have to identify that which of the following is a rational number. So by definition, a rational number means a number that can be represented in the form of P over Q. This is the definition of a rational number. Then we have a rational number in decimal as well. So the rational number in decimal, for that identification, we have a terminating decimal number. If a number is terminating, then it is obviously a rational number. While if the number is non-terminating, the non-terminating number would be a recurring number. So here we have all the meanings of a rational number, a number that can be represented in the form of ratio. This is rational, and if the number is in decimal, then it should be terminating for being as a rational number. If the number is non-terminating, then it should be recurring. There is no option that a number could be a rational number apart from these three. So this in this option A, we have a square root 2. The number in a radical are always irrational because they are non-terminating and non-recurring. The number pi itself is termed as the irrational number because it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Next, we have these two options in which both of the decimal numbers are non-terminating, and the main difference, as we can see in this option, that this non-terminating number is non-recurring. There is no repetition of, or we have no repetition of any of the number. So this option C is the correct answer. That is the rational number because it is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Next, we have question number 2, and in this question, we have to simplify this expression a over a cube times a raised to the power minus 2. So, in denominator, we have the same basis, and among the same bases, we can add the powers 3 minus 2. So, a over 3 minus 2 is 1. So, a raised to the power 1 over a raised to the power 1. These will be cancelled out, and the remainder would be 1. So correct answer is option B. So let's see the next question, that are 3 and 4. In question number 3, we have to again simplify an expression a square raised to the power minus 3. So we have studied the basic law of exponent that states that if our term has the multiple power, then these two powers are always multiplied. So a raised to the power 2 will be multiplied by minus 3. So the answer we would get is a raised to the power minus 6. So here we have the correct option, that is a raised to the power minus 6. Then we have in question number 4 an complex equation, that is a plus 2 iota is a complex number and is equal to b plus 2 iota. Then we have to simplify this expression. So let's bring these two terms on the right side of the equation towards the left hand side. So a plus 2 iota and this positive b would become minus b, and minus 2i equals to 0. Then this 2i and minus 2i would cancel out with each other. Then a minus b would be equal to 0. So the correct option we have is option a minus b equals to 0. Then we have question number 5 and question number 6. In question number 5, we have two sets A and B, and we have to find the difference of these two sets B minus A. So, as we can see, we have two sets that are disjoint and there is no element common between them. Two disjoint sets are those in which their intersection is always an empty set. So if we subtract these two sets, we will get the first set as the result, because these two sets are actually a disjoint set. So this would be our all whole answer. So b minus a is equal to b, because b and a are the disjoint sets. So our answer for this question number 5 is option C. Let's see question number 6, in which we have three sets A, B, and C. And we have to find this operation A intersection B, and the result would be union with C. So as we can see, set A and set B, again, these two sets are disjoint sets, and disjoint sets we have to find the intersection. So there is not no element common between them, so the intersection of two disjoint set is always an empty set. So we have to take union of this empty set with this set C. So whenever the union of any set with an empty set is the set itself, so our answer would be equal to C. The elements of C are given 2, 3. So we have a correct option, that is option C. Let's come to our question number 7 and 8. And in this question, we have to identify the distributive property of intersection over union. So we have studied different properties of the set for the union and intersection among these three sets. So we can identify the correct property of the distribution of intersection over union. So we have the correct answer is A, intersected with B union C. So in this property, a is intersected with B, so we will get A intersection B, and A will be intersected with C, so we will get A intersection C. And these two results would be union with each other. So this property is known as distribution of intersection over union. So let's mark the correct answer, that is option B. Next, we have question number 8. In this question, we have two sets A and B, and we have to identify the relation from A to B. So the condition for any relation is such that its values of x should belongs to set A, and values of y should belongs to set B. So in this relation, this is x and this is x, a and 2. So these set of x values do not belongs to set A. It means this is not our relation. In set B, we have the set values of x that are a and 2. So once again, the set of values of x do not belongs to set A. The values of x are also known as domain, while the values of ordinate y, or that is also known as range. So let's check the option D. So in option D, we have the domain as 2 comma 3, and 2 comma 3 do not belongs to our set A. So the correct answer we have is option C, in which domain is equal to A and the range is equals to 2 and 3. So A belongs to set A and 2, 3 belongs to set B. So this relation, this is the correct relation from set A to set B. Then let's come to question number 9 and question number 10. In question number 9, we have to give the correct representation of this expression into the scientific or standard form. So for the scientific or standard form, this decimal should lie between this 7 and 1. So our expression would become 7.17 and 10 raised to the power minus 3. Because we have shifted three digits towards right, and whenever a decimal is shifted towards right, we subtract minus 1 from the power of 10. So the correct answer is 7.17 raised to the power minus 3. So correct option we have is option B. So next we have question number 10, in which an exponential form is given: a raised to the power minus 3 is equal to x. Then we have to convert this into logarithmic form. So for logarithmic form, this power is shifted into the base, and this base is shifted to the other side of equation and become the base of the log. So let's bring this power into the base, and this base would become the base of the logarithm. So let's apply the logarithm. So we have the exponential logarithmic form of this given exponential form: log of a to the base log of x to the base a equals to minus 3. So this is, here we have the correct answer for this question. Then let's solve the question number 11, in which we have to simplify this expression x minus 1 whole square divided by x square minus 1. So for this simplification, let's actually factorize the given expression. The factorization of the numerator would become x minus 1 and x minus 1 divided by x square minus 1 square. Its factorized form would become x minus 1 and x plus 1. So these same factor will be cancelled out, and we will get the correct answer as x minus 1 and x plus 1. So option C, we have the correct option for this question number 11. So let's see question number 11 and 12 and 13. And in question number 12, we have an algebraic expression: a square minus b square over a square plus b square. We have to find the value of this expression for this a is equals to 1 and b equals to minus 1. So the value of a is 1 square minus value of b is minus 1 square divided by a square, that would become 1 square, and plus b square, that would be minus 1 square. So let's simplify this expression. 1 square would be 1, and minus 1 square would be plus 1, divided by 1 square is 1 and minus 1 square would be 1. So we will get 0 over 2, and any number divided by 0 divided by any of the real number is equal to 0. So we have the correct answer as B 0. In question number 13, we have to use an algebraic formula to find the value of AB, and the data we are given with is a square plus b square, that is 26, and a minus b whole square, that is 16. So these three terms can be seen in this formula as a minus b whole square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. The value of this whole term a minus b whole square is 16, and a square plus b square is 26 plus 2ab. So for the value of ab, we take this 26 to the left hand side of this equation, 16 minus 26, and 2 would be divided on the other side of the equation. So okay, let me correct one thing. This would be minus 2ab, and this could be minus 2ab. So minus 2 would be divided on the other side. So we will get minus 10 over minus 2. So the correct value of AB is equal to plus 5. So the correct answer for this question number 13 is option C. Next, we have question number 14. And for this question, we have to factorize this expression, that minus 2 over x minus 4 over x square. So let's take the common from this expression. From numerator, we have minus 2 common, and in denominator, we can take x common. So by taking common minus over x, we would be left with only 1 in the first term, and we will get 2 over x in, or sorry, positive 2 over x in the second term, because minus is taken common among these four. 2 is common, so remaining would be 2, and among this x square, 1x is taken as common, so we will left with only 1x. So let's see which of the following option have this expression, that is minus 2 over x into 1 plus 2x. So correct answer we have got is option B. That is the correct answer for this question number 12. Next, we have question number 15 and 16, and we have to do the complete factorization of this expression minus by square plus b cube. So as we can see in these options, all the option has minus b taken as common. So let's take minus b common. So what we will get, we will have y square in the first term and b square in the second term with the negative sign between them, because we have taken minus as common. So again, as we can see, we have y square minus b square, the difference of the square, the factorization of it would be equal to y plus b and y minus b. So let's see which option we have is correct for this one. Minus b, y minus b, and y plus b. The option D is the correct factorization of this question. Next, we have question number 16, and in this question, we have to factorize this expression by splitting the middle term. So, c square minus c minus 2. So, the splitting of this expression would be c square minus 2c plus c minus 2. So, this is the splitting of this middle term. So let's take c common from them. So we will have c minus 2 and plus 1 common. So we will get c minus 2. So c minus 2 would be taken again as common, and we will get c plus 1. So this is the complete factorization of this expression. So the correct option we have is c minus 2 and c plus 1. That is in option A. Next, we have question number 17, in which x, y, z are these terms that are in continued proportion. So let's make the continued proportion among these three values: x proportion to y, x ratio y ratio z. This is the continued proportion. And if we make the proportion from these values, so we know that the second proportion is repeated in the third proportion as well. So x ratio y proportion to y ratio z. So by taking the product of mean and product of extreme, we will get x z equals to y square. So the correct answer we have for this question is option C, y square equals to xz. Let's come to question number 18. And in question number 18, y is equal to k over x. By using the given table, we have to find the value of k. So from this expression, k is equals to yx, or k is equals to the product of y and x. So we have two values of y with two values of x. The product of x and y would be 6 into 3, that is 18, and the product of x with y, that would be equal to 9 multiplied by 2, that is 18. So the correct answer we have is option D. Next, let's see question number 19. And in question number 19, we have a matrix A minus C minus D and B. And we have to find out the transpose of this matrix. So for the transpose of the given matrix, what we do is we flip or shift row into the column. So this here we have the first row. So let's make this first row as first column, and this second row would become our second column. So this is our transpose for this given matrix: A minus D minus C and plus B. That is the correct option, and the correct answer we have in option B. Let's see question number 20. And in question number 20, we have to find the product of these two matrices, in which we have one matrix as 2 by 2 and the other matrix is 2 by 1. So As we can see that multiplication is possible, it means option A is incorrect, and our answer would be equal to the order of 2 by 1. It means option D is incorrect because this is 2 by 2. So our answer would be 2 by 1, in which we can have option B and option C. So let's perform the multiplication of this 2 by 2 with 2 by 1. So the first row would be multiplied by the first column. So we will have 1 multiplied by 1 and 1 multiplied by minus 1. And these two product will be added. Next, second row will be multiplied by the first column. 1 multiplied by 1 and 1 multiplied by minus 1. So if we solve this expression or this matrix, 1 into 1 is 1 minus 1, then again 1 into 1 is 1, and 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So the correct option we have is option B, in which we have our null matrix. So let's come to question number 21 and 22. And in this question 21, we have to find the determinant. And we know that for the calculation of determinant, we multiply the diagonal elements, and we multiply the upper lower diagonal elements, and the product is subtracted. So let's take the product of this and then product of this, and we will subtract these two products. 2 multiplied by 10 and 0 will be multiplied by minus 5, and we will have negative sign between them. 2 into 10 is minus 20 and minus 0. So the correct answer we have is minus 20. So the correct option is option B. Next, we have question number 22. Which of the following statistical measurement have more than one values? So, which will have more than one value? So, we know that median can is only one for any given data, mean is one for any given data, and the range is always one for any given data. So mode is the one that can be the multiple modes of any given data. For example, we have the data 1 3 5 1 5 0 and 2. So as we can see, we have the most repeated values, that is 1 and 5. So the mode of this data would be 1 and 5 as well, because both the term are repeated as the same number of times. Similarly, we can have two or more than two data modes of any of the given data. So the option C, mode, is the correct answer. Next, we have question number 23, and we have to find the median of this given data. So let's arrange this data into the ascending or descending order: 1, 2, 3, 5, and then we will have 17, 18, and 18. So we have 2, 4, 6, and 7 terms. So we have again we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have one number missing, that is 1, 2, 3, then 17, then 18 and 18. So we have arranged our data into ascending order, and we have total 7 number of terms in them. So our median would be equals to the fourth term. Fourth term is our median. So starting three terms and last three term would be left. So the middle term or the fourth term is our median. So median for this given data is 5. So let's mark the correct option, that is option A. In question number 24, the mean of 10 number is equal to 13. So we have mean, that is equal to 13, and let's suppose we have the 10 number as x2, x1, x2, x3, and x10. So the mean of these x term is equal to 13. if 5 is subtracted from every number. So if we subtract 5 from every number, so that will become x1 minus 5, x2 minus 5, x3 minus 5, similarly x10 minus 5. So the new mean, what would be effect on the new mean? So according to the properties of the average or arithmetic mean, if a same number is added or subtracted to the each value of data, then that number should also can be added or subtracted in the previous mean. So our previous mean was 13, and we have subtracted 5 from each value. So our mean would also be subtracted with 5. So 13 minus 5 would become 8. So the correct option we will have is option C. Let's see question number 25. And in question number 25, we have two triangles that are congruent to each other. And in this congruency, we can equate the angle A with angle D, angle B with angle E, and angle BC with angle E. So angle A, as we can see, is equal to D, and A is 50, so D would also be 50 degree. Angle B is equals to angle F, so angle B and angle F would be equal. So here we have value of 35 plus 2A. So we have all the angles in a triangle ABC. So we know that the sum of all the angles would be equal to 180 degree. So from this equation, we can find the value of A. So A would be equals to 180 minus 50 minus 45 minus 35, and the answer will be divided by 2. So by simplification of this expression, we will get our answer as A would be equals to 25. So for question number 25, the correct option we have is in option B, 25 degrees. Let's see question number 26. And in question number 26, we have a point of concurrency of median. And we know that point of concurrency is always a point of trisection. So point of trisection means, for example, we have this line, and this point is the point of trisection. That means we will have two parts here and one part here. The value of this is equal to half of this, and value of the longer part would be equal to double of the shorter part. So in this question, we have OE is equals to 5. The shorter part is 5, and we have to find OA, that is the longer part. So as I have explained, this point is the point of trisection. This means that one part will be equal to 5, so other would be equals to double of that, that is 10. So correct answer we have is option C, 10 centimeters. Next, we have question number 27. And in this question, we have our triangle ABC, and we have to find the value of BC. So as we can see, point B divides this line into equal parts. This is 3 centimeter and this is 3 centimeter. This means that our point B is the midpoint. Similarly, we can see point C, that is divided this line into two equal parts. We have 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. It means this point C is also the midpoint of this side. So the theorem of our triangle states that if we join the two midpoints of the sides of a triangle, it is equal to half of the third side. So third side we have is 8 centimeter. So this would be equal to half of that, that is 4 centimeter. So correct answer we have is in option B, 4 centimeters. Then let's see question number 28. And in question number 28, we have four diagrams. We have four diagrams, and among those four diagrams, we have to actually identify the right bisector. So the definition of right bisector is such that it makes 90-degree as well as it divides into two equal parts. So this line this line x passing from z is not the right bisector because it making perpendicular, but these sides are not equal. So this is not the right bisector. In option C, this is bisecting the opposite side. These are equal, but this is not making angle 90 degrees, so this is not a right bisector. Similarly, the sides are equal, it's mean this is bisecting, but it is not making 90-degree, it's mean this is also not the right bisector. So right bisector is a line that bisect a segment making 90-degree with it. So here we have 90-degree as well, and two sides are also equal, so the correct option for this question would be option B. Let's see question number 29. And in this question, and we have a triangle ABC, and we have to identify that which condition is true. So in this triangle, we have three sides, 6 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 7 centimeters. So according to the theorem of the triangle, this angle opposite to the greatest side is the greatest angle. So as we can see that angle C is opposite to the greatest side, it's mean angle C would be greatest, while the side smaller is 4, and the angle opposite to the smaller side is angle A. It's mean angle A would be the smallest angle. So remaining we have is angle B. This means that angle C is greater than angle B and angle B is greater than angle A. So this first option states that A is greater than B. So as we can see here, this is the incorrect one. Angle B greater than angle C. So C is the greatest. So B cannot be greater than C. This is incorrect. Angle A greater than angle C. So angle A is the smallest, so it cannot be greater than C. So this is incorrect. The correct option we have is option D, that states that angle C is greater than angle B. So the correct option we have is option D. So let's move to our last question of this year, that is question number 30. So in this question, we have two triangles. For the given triangles ABC and DEF. So among these triangles, we have to find the correct option. So, so both the triangles have two equal angles that are 35 and 55. So obviously the third angle would be equal to 90 degrees. So we have 90-degree as equal. And Uh, the sides are unequal A, B, C, and D, E, F, which means these two triangles are similar. So similar size, similar. These two triangles are similar. It's mean the size of the ratio would be equal to the ratio of the other sides of the triangle. So let's make the ratio of the sides of this triangle, and side C ratio D, the ratio of side C with side D, and the ratio of side B with F, and the ratio of side A with side E. Okay, so here we have A over E is equals to B over F. Then we, as we can see, A over E is not equals to F over B, rather it is equal to B over F. So this is the incorrect answer. Then AF is equal to BE. AF is equals to BE. So if we can take E on the other side, that would be divided, and F to the other side, and it will also be divided. So we will get A over B is equal to, sorry, A over E would be equals to B over F. So This is the correct ratio of these triangle. B over F equals to A over E. So we have the correct option, that is option number B for this last question of this year.